All right, how about this one? No, I don't know. They got in a lot of fights, man. I was in a bar in Kellogg, Idaho, and I'd had a few drinks and ate me a meal because they served supper and they had a dancing place. And as I started to leave, this guy, as I was going out the door, man, this big dude had this girl by the throat and was like holding her up against the wall really tight and high, and he was like calling her a bitch and you know, just saying all kinds of he was pissed off at her. Alright, and then on the ground, this guy was like on the ground covering himself because these other two guys were like kicking him and stuff. You know what I mean? So I ran over there and I said, hey man, somebody called the police. You guys better get out of here. Nobody called the police. I was just trying to make them stop so they would, you know, just leave. You know, thinking the police were coming. But that dude that was slapping the girl, he just freaking turned to me and says, you better leave or you're going to be next. And I was like, oh shit, you know. So then I went over, I thought about it for a second, then I went over there and I grabbed the dude and I tried to pull him back away off the girl, you know, that he had by the throat, holding her up against the wall. And as I was pulling him off of her, he turned to, like, attack me. And as he turned to attack me, I did this throw called Hi-yah, and it threw him to the ground. Alright, and next thing I know, the other two guys that were kicking the dude on the ground, they turned to attack me. And the first one gets in front of me and one gets behind me. And the first guy, I did Hi-yah on him because he like went to grab me by the shirt, and I grabbed him and did Hi-yah on him, and it threw him off. Then the other dude grabbed me by the hair of the head, and I did this a little trick that you do. And it got his grip off of me. And then once he hit the ground, this other guy come running at me, and I was like up against the wall, and he was just running at me. I just moved out of the way real quick, and he freaking hit the wall face first. He was running fast. He didn't expect me to just move sideways, I guess. And then as he did that, man, all of a sudden this other guy, he came and he grabbed me from behind, and he was like really big, man. He like picked me up, you know. He was like behind me. He grabbed her under my arms, and he was like trying to shove me into the wall or into like the bar or the tables. But I was just putting my feet out, and I was like block myself because he was behind me. He had his arms around my stomach and waist. And I was like, kept blocking and he got tired. Once he got tired, I grabbed him and did like this throw maki komi on him. Because he set me down. You know what I mean? He could only hold me up so long to try to smash me. So he set me down for a second. As soon as he set me down, I did this throw called it's a maki komi throw. And I threw him on the ground, and man, he hit the side of his face and he lost his teeth on the top and the bottom. I know this because they tried to sue me. You know, then I got on top of him and I was just going to start to hit him, and next thing I know, the bouncers come. And they like attack me, and next thing I know, they're tackling me. What they don't do is they just tackle me off of him, and then they start yelling at me, what the hell's going on here? But they knew what was going on because the big guy that was beating up the girl, him and his brother, they were the owners of the place. Anyway, I told them I don't know what the hell's going on. And the next thing I know, they told me to get out of there. So I went out the back way. And like a month later, the sheriff shows up and he serves me papers. And these people... Because these people got hurt, man. One dude like broke his hip that I threw. That other dude lost his front teeth and broke his nose that hit the wall, that ran at me. And then that big guy that I threw down, like it like shattered all the top and bottom of his teeth on one side. And Yeah, they were all trying to sue me. They all said that they were just sitting around and talking, and I just ran in between them with a pizza cutter and started to attack them.
How can a pizza cutter do that?
I don't know. I don't know a pizza cutter. They served pizza there.
Didn't know that pizza cutter knew he's a Garuma, dude.
Yeah. They did. They ended up not being able to sue me because the woman who used to deliver my mail, we used to own a bakery. She'd come in every day. She was like a mail lady that would come in every day, and she would like eat soup or have a sandwich or, you know, something to eat for lunch. And one day when she came in, I was like, I'm going to prison because it's just me against all these people. And they're like all like prestigious people. They all own businesses or they work for the city. You know what I mean? And they're like wealthy people. And it's them, their word against me. And they're all saying I was going to attack them. And I ain't got nobody to prove that what I'm saying is true. You know what I mean? But, that lady who came in and delivered my mail, that was her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend that was being beat up by those people. So she went and got her daughter and that guy that was getting beat up to write a statement for me. And then once I turned it into my lawyer was like, man, we can sue these people big time. But I was like, man, I just want to forget it. I want it all to be gone. You know? Plus, I'd gotten a really good job working for the government, so. The end. Yeah!